at the pinnacle of the sailing experience, it would be the navigators. The road of the navigator is, it's not for all. In fact, very few can do it. It's specialized. The road of the navigator is a personal one. This voyage is not engineered for us guys who have sailed long and have found many islands to reprove ourselves. That's not what it's about. We have to assume the role of teaching the young. So when I think about the most intense training, it is going to be those young navigators that need to go find islands, tiny islands in the vast ocean.
I know law.
And so I take what I have, and I take the gifts of the training and navigation, and I create the opportunity for someone to take it from me. I don't want you guys to go out there with a certain expectation, and then you feel that I cut in, right? That I took it away from you. That you take someone like Kaiulani Murphy. She can find Tahiti. She just has to be given opportunity. That's what the Worldwide Voyage is about. Create the opportunity.
My name is Kaiulani Murphy, and I come from Waimea on Hawaiʻi Island. My first voyage, deep sea voyage, was from Tahiti back home to Hawaii in 2000. 2004, we sailed to what's now Papahānaumokuākea, the Kupuna Islands. And one of my kuleana was to go and find Nihoa. It's a great navigation training sail because you have to learn everything you need to learn for a month voyage, but it's encapsulated in a whole 24 to 30 hour period. From Nihoa, we continued all the way on to Pure, and then I got to return back with the next crew. So that was awesome. And then in 2007, we voyaged to Micronesia and then Japan. All that learning just makes you even just a better crew member. I mean, as far as the navigation goes, every trip you can learn something different.
To make it very simple, it's about enormous amount of academic study. It's about enormous amount of time spent watching on the land. It's enormous amounts of time going out to sea and rebuilding your relationship to the ocean, to the heavens, to the atmosphere, to the things in the sea. And then that's just the beginning. That's where you start to cross over a kind of intellectual academic training and you step into the issue of the spirituality of the voyage. That journey is personal. It's by yourself. Either you find it or you don't. And that's the journey that's, to me, is the most difficult, but it's the most profoundly important.
I guess this particular route, Hawaii going to Tahiti, it's like the very first voyage I did was coming home from Tahiti. So I kind of feel like I'm closing my own little circle by going from home down there. The way I see it, there's layers of experience on board. So you have Nainoa and Kalepa, who are po-navigators, and then you have Keahiomai, who's done a number of voyages, and then I come under that as a generation learning after Keahi and having been on a few deep sea voyages, and then pretty much the rest of the crew, it's their first deep sea. As far as the navigation goes, I'm still very much a student, but because I have some deep sea experience, I hope to also try to be a mentor to the younger navigation students that will be on board, you know, telling them things that we're looking at or what we're looking for, like looking at the swells. It's like you need to develop your own relationship with how you read that, you know, because it has to work for you, because, you know, we might see things differently and how you interpret them, but just developing that relationship. After this voyage, one of the big hopes is that those of us that have been learning will be able to kind of take the reins, passing the torch. So we have one pa'a that's on the water, It's a heavy kuleana that a lot of us do take seriously. And I think the teachers that we have that invested their time in us are kind of having faith that their students will maintain all that Hōkūleʻa has done up until now and then continue that into the future. You go around the feet one time and cross over.
It really is, in the end, those navigators that will find those islands will have to find a place inherently in themselves. They believe in themselves, not just themselves, but those who taught them. It really is very, very deep. It's ancestral, it's spiritual, and that's what the voyage is supposed to do, place young people there and then help them grow. If they can navigate on the sea, they can navigate on land. It's about building leadership for the future.